Hello everyone. Today we are going to solve sixth experiment of our DDCO Lab experiment, that is design Verilog program to implement different types of multiplexers like 2:1, 4:1 and 8:1. Before going to this problem, let us understand multiplexer. So now let us know about multiplexer. The short form of multiplexer is MUX, and there are different types of multiplexer, that is 2:1 multiplexer, 4:1 multiplexer, 8:1 multiplexer and 16:1 multiplexer. If there are two inputs, then the select will be 1. If there are four inputs, then the select will be 2. Let us understand this. If we take 2 to the power of n, then n here is select. For example, if we take 2 to the power of 1, that means here n is equal to 1, then for this multiplexer, one select line. If we take 2 to the power of 2, that is n is equal to 2, then for this multiplexer, select line will be 2. The naming behind 2:1 and 4:1 and 8:1 multiplexer is, in 2:1 multiplexer there is 2 input and 1 output. 4:1 multiplexer there are 4 inputs and 1 output. In 8:1 multiplexer there are 8 input and 1 output. So we can see that there are only one common output in all the multiplexers. So now let's understand 2:1 multiplexer and how it works. If the select is 0, and if the select will become 0, then directly it will take this input and gives the output as this input. If the select is 1, then it takes this input and gives the output as this input. Then we will understand how 4:1 multiplexer works. If the select will be 0 0, then directly it will take this input and gives the output as this input. If the select is 0 1, then it takes this input and gives the output as this input. If the select is 1 0, it takes this input and gives the output as this input. If the select is 1 1, it takes this input and gives the output as this input. Here 8:1 multiplexer also works same by this way. Now let us see the program for 8:1 multiplexer. Here we have first taken module mux. Here mux is the name of the program. Next a comma b comma y. Here a is the select line and b is the number of inputs and y is output. Next, then we have taken two inputs A and B. Here A, as we know that A indicates select line. Here we have written input 2:0 of A. Here 2:0 means there are three select lines, and 0:7:0 means there are 8 input lines in 8:1 multiplexer. Then we have taken output Y, and we have, according to the syntax, we have registered Y always at A or B. Next we have taken case A. Let's see how case A works. If A is equal to 0, then the output should be given as B of 0. If A value is 1, that is select line value is 1, then the output should come as input of B of 1. If A value in that select line gives 2, then the output should comes as B of 2. Like this way 8:1 multiplexer works according to this program. This program is written on behavioral level Verilog HDL program. Now let us see the program for 4:1 multiplexer. This program is written on behavioral level. The program is named as mux module mux a comma b comma y. Here a is the select line, b is input and y is output. We have taken input a and input b. Input a is 1:0. That means there are two select lines in this 4:1 multiplexer, and there are four inputs in this 4:1 multiplexer. And here output is y and registered y always at a or b. Let we take let we know that there are four outputs, that are 0001 1011. So we have taken case A. If a is 0, then output should come as B of 0. If A is 1, then output should be B of 1. If A is 2, then output should be B of 2. If A is 3, then output should be B of 3. Let's see how this will works. if the select line, that is a is 0, that here a is 0 0, then the output should be taken as b of 0. Let's then if that is a, if a is 1, that is select line is 1, that is 0 1, then the output should be taken as b of 1. So by this same way this two will work. So by this program, the 4 is to 1 multiplexer is going to work. Let us see the program for 2 is to 1 multiplexer. We have named the program as mux, and we have taken a comma b comma y. Here a is select line and b is input line and y is output line. Here we have taken input 0 is to 0 a means select line, there is one select line, and we have taken input 1 is to 0, that means there are two input line, and we have taken output y and registered y. Always at a or b. We have taken case a. If the a, that is select, is 0, then the output should be b of 0. If the select, that is a, is 1, then the output should be b of 1. Then end case and end module. So this is the program for 8 is to 1 multiplexer, and this is the program for 4 is to 1 multiplexer, and this is the program for 2 is to 1 multiplexer. Here they given some of the examples for different multiplexer. This is the example for 2 is to 1 multiplexer. This is the example for 4 is to 1 multiplexer, and this is the example for 8 is to 1 multiplexer. Let us solve one example by taking 4 is to 1 multiplexer. Here in 4 is to 1 multiplexer, we can note that they have given inputs as 1 1 0 0 and select as 1 1. So let us solve this by using 4 is to 1 multiplexer diagram. So now let us know how this output will be going to work. Here they are in that example they have given that the input is 1 1 0 0. Let us write this here. Let us write the inputs in this diagram. 1 1 0 0, and they are given that the select line is 1 1. Now we can see that the where the select line is 1 1. Now we can see that the select line is 1 1 here. So the input goes here and the output will be 1.